Thinking of hitting the beaches in Charleston? From hidden local tips to the best beach activities, I'm here to share 10 essential things you must know before you go. Whether you're planning a weekend getaway or you're looking to move down to this amazing area, these insider insights will help you make the most of Charleston's beautiful shoreline. Come with me. All right, if you're wondering who I am, my name is Dave Broom. I'm a local realtor in the Charleston, South Carolina and surrounding areas. A little bit about my story. My wife and I and our 4 kids moved down here from Buffalo, New York. We didn't like the state we were living in anymore. We decided to explore South Carolina. I had been down here for my cousin's wedding. We really liked the Charleston area, so we came down as a family, explored South Carolina, Charleston, and the surrounding areas, and fell in love with the Somerville area, which is just outside of Charleston. Absolutely love it. We moved down here almost 3 years ago now, and we love living down here. There's many perks to living down here. And I make these videos to show people like me 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, and you who stumbled upon this on YouTube. I try to show you neighborhood tours, give you insights into the real estate market, show you some home tours, and I also do videos like this where I give you lists of things that will be helpful if you do come down here to visit. And I just want to add as much value as I can to people looking, they're sick of their state when they might want to move to South Carolina and in specific Charleston and the surrounding area. I do these videos to inform, give value, and show you different areas so let you see the area. So if you do get value from this video, make sure that you like the video, subscribe to my channel, and also hit the notification bell so that you know new videos are hitting the channel and you can come check them out. And to be honest with you, my team and I are getting calls, texts, emails every single day from people just like me almost 3 years ago now, and just like you who are getting sick at the state they're living in, and they want to explore a different state like South Carolina, and in specific Charleston and the surrounding areas. And they give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. We set up a quick phone call. They usually come down and visit, and then a lot of times they end up buying down here because they love it, because it's just different than the place they're living in. So if that's you, feel free to right now to give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. You can do that days, nights, weekends. I will get back to you promptly, and it will be me. I'll get back to you promptly, and we could just have that no pressure conversation and see if this is the right area for you. So definitely feel free to reach out. Now, this video is super exciting for me to make because one of the biggest perks about living in Charleston or the surrounding areas is being close to the coast. Even in Somerville, we live in Somerville, we can get down a weekend trip to the beach. We can get down there in 40 to 50 minutes, being a drive away from the beach where you can go with your family, enjoy yourselves, bring something to eat, or go and get something to eat and just enjoy the amazing ocean that these beaches have to offer. Is a really big perk of living down here. You have 3 of the most popular beaches are Isle of Palms, Sullivan's Island Beach, and Folly Beach. We go to Isle of Palms and Sullivan's from Somerville because it is just a little bit closer. Folly Beach is a little bit further away from Somerville, but it's still a great beach to go to because they have a lot of restaurants and that down there. But this video is going to highlight and make it a little bit easier when you come down and visit, or if you're looking to move down here. All right, number 1 on the list is knowing the popular beaches. I just talked about that a little bit, but I'll go in a little bit more in depth. The first beach is Isle of Palms Beach, which is close to Mount Pleasant. Isle of Palms offers a wide beach. There's wide sand beaches here, and a couple things about Isle of Palms is it is near the Wild Dunes. There is a resort down in there. There's also golf courses in that, but Wild Dunes also has some good restaurants that you can go to. The big thing about Isle of Palms is that it's a quiet family beach, and they do have a county park there as well. And with Isle of Palms, we like to drive down Isle of Palm Boulevard and park towards the end of Isle of Palm Boulevard, and it can get really quiet down in there, and it's a really cool atmosphere. There's a lot of public beach access where you walk by the really big houses right on the ocean, and you can have almost a private beach experience, which is really cool. Next is Sullivan's Island Beach, which is also close to Mount Pleasant. It's about a 10-minute drive from Isle of Palms Beach, and it's got a really small town feel to it. There's some great restaurants down in this area as well, and there's a couple different places to park that you can usually, well, I'm going to get into parking more, but you can usually find a spot on the road somewhere. But it's got a really cool small town feel, and it's a quieter beach as well. It's not quite as populated, and you can get to certain points in Sullivan's Island Beach and it can be a quieter beach experience, but it's definitely got that small town feel. And the third most popular, there is others, there's Kiowa Island, but the third popular beach is Folly Beach, which is more of the hustle and bustle beach. It's a cool experience. It is more of it's a party area, but they do have great restaurants as well. And they have a lot of surfing in the Folly Beach area. We like to go to Taco Boy down there. They have a really cool, like a tropical Taco Boy, and they have a lot of festivals at Folly Beach. So these are the three main. Like I said, there's Kiowa Island, there's Edisto Beach, which is a really, really quiet beach. But the three main ones are Isle of Palms Beach, Sullivan's Island Beach, and Folly Beach, and then Kiowa Island Beach, and then you also have Edisto Beach, which are two that are also cool beaches. Also, you can also check out the video on the screen right now. I outline a little bit more in depth about the beaches in the Charleston area. Number 2 on the list is the parking. Beach parking can vary significantly across Charleston's beaches, and it's definitely something to know ahead of time to avoid surprises. Isle of Palms has multiple public parking lots, but they can fill up quickly, especially during peak times. The city operates paid parking lots on Ocean Boulevard with metered street parking along Palm Boulevard and some other areas. Like I was saying though, with Isle of Palms is you can find spots if you go down Isle of Palms Boulevard and go to the end. There is different spots to park on the street, and there is also public beach access. It's just knowing these ins and outs and getting there ahead of time sometimes. And during the peak hours and during 4th of July, it is extremely hard to find parking on a lot of these beaches, especially Isle of Palms. All right, and then you got Sullivan's Island Beach. Sullivan's Island Beach has a lot of free parking, but that also fills up quickly. The island has restricted areas, especially close to the beachfront homes, so you'll need to park in designated spaces along the side streets. There is areas to find spots. It's just you do have to look sometimes. The town enforces a no parking rule within 4 feet of driveways, hydrants, or intersections, so always double check your spot to avoid fines. Then you have Folly Beach. Folly Beach offers both paid and free parking. There are several paid lots around Center Street, as well as a few free spots in some areas, but be cautious of the marked residential only spots. Folly also has a large parking lot at the county park on the west end, which has amenities like restrooms, showers, and picnic tables. But my biggest advice is if you are going to the beach, especially during peak hours, if you're going in March or April, you will be fine to find a spot most likely. If you're going in July, in August, get there a little bit early. If you're trying to get there for the sunset, you might look for parking for a little bit. But if you are going for a full day excursion to the beach, try to get there as early as possible and find a good spot. All right, next thing is to know the dog rules on each of these beaches. There is different rules for dogs, so it's extremely important to know what is allowed before you go and you can get in trouble or fined. Isle of Palms, dogs are allowed on the beach year-round, but must be on a leash from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. during peak season, which is April 1st to September 14th. During off-peak season, they can be off-leash from 4 p.m. to 10 a.m. So there's different hours in that. Sullivan's Island is a dog-friendly park, but has specific seasonal rules. During peak season, May 1st to September 30th, dogs are allowed off-leash from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. and on-leash from 6 p.m. to 5 a.m. in off-peak season. So there's different rules. And what next up is Folly Beach. Dogs are allowed on Folly Beach, but they are not permitted on the beach from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. between May 1st and September 30th. Outside of those hours and during the off season, they're welcome on a leash, but as always, pick up after your dog to keep the beach clean. So I would definitely look into more as well. These are just some of the rules. I would definitely look up some more of the rules on whether you can, or what times and what hours you can have your dog on a leash or not on a leash. And Sullivan's Island and Isle of Palms are more pet friendly than Folly Beaches. All right, number 4 on the list is knowing which beaches are the most family friendly. Isle of Palms Beach is usually voted the most family friendly, especially with the county park, and you got picnic tables, amenities, bathrooms, showers. I would agree with that. I would also say Sullivan's Island Beach is very family friendly. It's got a small town feel to it, a lot of families on the beach. I would say Folly, out of the three of these, it's still family friendly. Folly is definitely family friendly. You just get more, there's more bars down there. There's a little bit more partying going down there, but it's still good for families. But I would definitely say Isle of Palms is the easiest to get to, especially from different areas like Somerville and it's just kind of a straight shot in there. It's easy with the parking because of the county park, and then you can drive down and park on the street, and you can also get to different it can get quieter parts of the beach you can find easier than Sullivan's and Folly Beach. So I definitely say Isle of Palms is the most family friendly beach. That's why we go all the time, because we have 4 kids. We go to Isle of Palms a lot because it is very easy with the family. All right, number 5 on the list is knowing about surfing. So Folly Beach is where you want to be. Folly Beach is considered the surf capital of South Carolina, and it's a top destination for surfers of all skill levels. The surf spots, the big spot is the Washout, the most famous surf spot on Folly. The Washout is known for its consistent and powerful waves. It's located between 10th and 12th Street East, where a 1989 hurricane reshaped the shoreline, creating ideal surf conditions. Expect the best waves at the Washout, but it can get extremely crowded. Next, you got the Pier, which is another popular spot on Folly Beach, which can produce decent waves on both sides. The area is great for beginners when the waves are small, but also attracts experienced surfers on bigger days. And then the Jetties, located further east, another great spot to go and catch some serious waves. The best conditions, Seasons Folly Beach offers surfable waves year-round, but the best conditions typically occur in the late summer and fall when hurricane season generates bigger swells. Winter can also bring strong waves, though it's much colder and fewer surfers are out. Wave size, waves on Folly Beach range from 2 to 4 feet on average. Those swells from tropical storms can push them higher. While there's something for every skill level, the Washout's waves can reach 6 feet or more during peak conditions. You do have to be careful about tides and winds, though. It can become dangerous at times, so just be aware, know your skill level, but Folly Beach is definitely a great spot to catch some serious waves in South Carolina. All right, number six on the list is knowing about Sullivan's Island Historic District, which is really cool. It is a charming and well-preserved area that reflects the rich history and unique architecture of the beloved South Carolina barrier island. The district is listed on the National Registry of Historic Places and Cultures. Over 2 centuries of coastal living, military history, and community spirit. Really rich in history. The historical significance, the colonial beginning, Sullivan's Island was settled in the 17th century and quickly became important for Charleston's defense due to its strategic position at the entrance of the Charleston Harbor. The island served as a buffer against attacks and saw action in the Revolutionary War and in the Civil War. Fort Moultrie, part of the larger Fort Sumter National Monument, is a central historic landmark. The fort played a key role in the American Revolution, notably in the Battle of Sullivan's Island in 1776, where Patriot forces held off a British fleet. It remained active through World War II with successful updates that illustrate American military changes over time. Some of the architecture, the distinctive island vernacular style. The district features various architectural styles with a heavy influence of island vernacular homes, which are well suited to the beach environment and include elements like raised foundations, large wraparound porches, and screened windows. Many of these homes have been preserved or carefully restored. Military housing, due to its military history, the area also has former military housing, officers' quarters, and other historic buildings associated with Fort Moultrie. These residences provide a glimpse into the lives of those stationed on the island over the decades. And historic cottages. The district includes traditional beach cottages dating back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, known for their simple designs and use of local materials. Many of these cottages have been updated but retain their original charm. So a ton of history and charm in this area, and it's well preserved. Charleston in general preserves their buildings. There's really big preservation efforts, and one of my videos, a lot of these things go back to the 1700s, and these buildings are preserved or restored very well in the Charleston area. All right, number 7 on the list is knowing the beachfront dining options. Charleston's beach towns offer a fantastic array of dining options, from coastal beach bars to fine dining with fresh local seafood. We'll start with Folly Beach. There's multiple restaurants on Folly Beach. Lost Dog Cafe, a beloved local spot. Lost Dog is known for its laid-back vibe, hearty breakfast and lunch options. Popular items include the shrimp and grits, breakfast burritos, and sandwiches. Next, you got Taco Boy, which I talked about before, which we absolutely love. A fun, vibrant spot for Mexican-inspired cuisine. Taco Boy serves tacos, nachos, and margaritas that are ideal for a day at the beach. Really family-friendly as well. You got the Crab Shack, known for its seafood platters and relaxed atmosphere. The Crab Shack is a great spot for oysters, crab legs, and low country boils. Rita's Seaside Grill, a family-friendly spot close to the beach. Rita's offers a variety of American and seafood dishes, including burgers, fried seafood baskets, and a raw bar. And last but not least on Folly is Pier 101, located on the Folly Beach Pier. This restaurant has ocean views and a menu of seafood and southern classics, including shrimp baskets and hush puppies. Really cool, right by the ocean on Pier 101, right on the pier in Folly Beach. Next up is IOP. You have Coda del Pesce. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I've been there, but I think I'm pronouncing it right. A coastal Italian restaurant offering stunning ocean views. Coda del Pesce is known for fresh pasta and seafood dishes with an Italian twist, such as shrimp scampi and grouper with seasonal vegetables. The Boat House at Beach Inlet is next, located at the inlet between Isle of Palms and Sullivan's Island. The Boathouse offers excellent seafood in a more upscale setting. Don't miss the she crab soup or the fresh catch of the day. Both extremely good options here. And last but not least is Pappy's Taqueria. I think I'm pronouncing that right as well. Perfect for a quick bite. Pappy's offers a mix of tacos, street corn, and margaritas, and options for both meat lovers and vegetarians. Also a really good spot to go to. I just can't pronounce it all the time. Next up is Sullivan's Island. Poe's Tavern is the really big one. It's inspired by Edgar Allan Poe. The Corky spot is popular for its gourmet burgers and laid-back beach vibe. Try their famous Annabelle Lee burger, with crab meat, or Telltale Heart with an egg. The Obstinate Daughter is a really great place, known for its coastal Italian and Mediterranean cuisine. The Obstinate Daughter is a local favorite with dishes like wood-fired pizza, house-made pasta, and unique salads. Their fresh seafood, including octopus and clams, is also a hit. Home Team Barbecue, located right on Middle Street. This beachy barbecue joint serves smoked meats, wings, and southern sides. That place is really good. And Sullivan's Fish Camp, a relatively new addition. Sullivan's Fish Camp serves classic seafood with a modern twist in a casual coastal setting. The fried shrimp baskets and crab dip are popular choices. Really great places to go. Also on the Isle of Palms connector area, which is in Mount Pleasant, actually. You got Morgan Creek Grill, located near the Isle of Palms Marina. Morgan Creek Grill offers a scenic waterfront setting and seafood-centric dishes and southern-inspired plates. The outdoor deck is a great spot for sunset dining. And Saltwater Cowboys, situated on Shem Creek, short drive from the beaches. Saltwater Cowboy is known for its barbecue, seafood, and water views. Their menu includes seafood towers, po' boys, and creative cocktails. And also, if you look into the Wando as you are at Saltwater Cowboys, sometimes you'll see dolphins swimming down, like we did actually one time. All right, number 8 on the list is the sun protection. I don't really take precautions in the sun. I know I probably should sometimes, but I'm one that will let it burn. If that's not how you like to operate, do know if you are coming from the north especially, and you're coming to visit, the sun down here gets very hot. I even noticed going from South Carolina to Florida, sometimes the Florida sun gets extremely hot too. So just take precautions. You can set up tents. You can set up different things to sit under if you don't want to stay out in the sun all the time. And just know that the sun in South Carolina does seem to get hotter, and you can get burnt quicker than in other places. But like I said, I take off my hat and I get my bald head burnt a lot, and usually it's peeling and that, but that's how I roll. If you want to protect yourself from the sun, definitely take precautions. And tents, you can have tents, you can have the ocean streamer things that they sell as well. They have those all over the beaches, and there's not many restrictions on what you can bring on the beach to protect yourself from the sun. All right, next up is the beach combing on Charleston's beaches. It's a popular activity that combines relaxation with exploration, offering unique opportunities to discover coastal treasures and learn about local marine life. Each beach has its own distinct environment, making beachcombing along Charleston shores an enjoyable experience for locals and visitors alike. We'll start on Folly Beach. Folly has shells and fossils. Folly Beach is known for its variety of shells, including whelks, scallops, and olive shells. You can also find fragments of sand dollars and starfish. Shark tooth hunting is a favorite activity here, especially near the washouts where sediment deposits. Folly Beach Pier and Lighthouse Inlet, the area near the Folly Beach Pier and around Lighthouse Inlet on the north end of Folly is primed for finding shells and fossils. At low tide, there's usually more exposed shoreline where shells collect, making it a great time for beachcombing. So definitely on Folly Beach, the trying to find the shark teeth a lot happens on Folly Beach as well. Sullivan's Island Beach has more of a natural shoreline. Sullivan's Island has a more natural and protected shoreline, which means that the beachcombing treasures here might be subtler, but are often untouched and unique. While large shell deposits are less common, you can find interesting driftwood, sea glass, and occasionally shark teeth. There's shell beds and marshland finds. The area near the tidal marshes sometimes yields small shell beds where oyster shells and other tidal items collect. Sullivan's Island is quieter and less developed, providing a more serene beachcombing experience, a much more quiet experience. And also there is historic finds due to its history, like I was talking about before. It's possible to come across historic artifacts on Sullivan's Island beaches. However, any items of historical value should be left undisturbed or reported on to local authorities. And finally, you have Isle of Palms, family-friendly finds. Isle of Palms is known for its wide, family-friendly beaches that make it easy for younger beachcombers to explore. Common finds include small shells, sand dollars, and occasionally larger shells like whelks. Near the pier and inlets is a good area to look. The areas near the Isle of Palms Pier and Beach Inlet are good spots for finding shell fragments, driftwood, and even the occasional fossil. But you can see beachcombing is a huge activity on Charleston beaches. All right, last but certainly not least is the local events at all of these beaches. Charleston beach communities host a variety of annual events that celebrate local culture, music, food, and coastal life. Folly Beach events, you have Folly Gras, held each February. The Mardi Gras inspired street festival includes parades, live music, local food vendors, and people dressed in vibrant costumes. Really, really cool festival in the Folly Beach area. Kind of celebrating, bringing a New Orleans feel to the Folly Beach. Next, you have Sea and Sand Festival, Charleston's longest running beach festival. This event occurs in April and includes live music, arts and crafts vendors, a kids area, and a sandcastle building contest, which is really cool. Now you have Folly Palooza. This annual fall festival raises funds for local cancer patients. The event features live music, a silent auction, food vendors, and a family-friendly atmosphere on Center Street in Folly Beach. And last but not least on Folly, the New Year's Eve flip-flop drop. Folly Beach has a unique New Year's tradition of dropping a giant flip-flop to ring in the new year, which is a really cool and festive beach thing on Folly Beach. Isle of Palms event, the annual sand sculpting competition. This family-friendly event takes place each June and invites both beginners and pros to create impressive sand sculptures on IOP Beach. 4th of July celebration is huge on Isle of Palms. It hosts a grand Independence Day celebration, including a spectacular fireworks display on the beach Visitors and residents alike gather for this tradition, making it one of the most popular events of the summer. And you have Connector Run and Walk for the child, held in October. The charity Run Walk across the Isle of Palms Connector Bridge supports child abuse prevention programs in the Charleston County area. Sullivan's Island events, you have Battery Gadsden Cultural Center events. The Battery Gadsden Cultural Center on Sullivan's Island regularly hosts events like this, and great events throughout the year. The Christmas tree lighting. Each holiday season, Sullivan's Island hosts a Christmas tree lighting ceremony at its town park, bringing the community together to celebrate with music, festive treats, and family-friendly activities. And last but not least, is the paddle board races and water events. Sullivan's Island hosts various paddle boarding and water sport events, particularly in the summer months. Great events in these areas. There is more. This is just highlighting some of them. There is great local events and local things that happen on all of these great beaches. This leads me into, if you don't like the state you're living in anymore, and you want to move to a state like South Carolina, in Charleston and a city like Charleston and the surrounding areas like Summerville, where you have access to these great beaches year round, you can get down there quickly. If you live in the Charleston area, you're 10-15 minutes away from these beaches. If you live in the Summerville area, you're 30 to 45 minutes away from these beaches, and you can get there quite easily. You don't have to live in a state that you don't like anymore. Check out South Carolina, check out Charleston and the surrounding areas, and feel free to reach out. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm not a pressure salesman. I was actually a teacher in Buffalo, transformed into a real estate agent down here, so I take a little different approach, and I'm not salesy. I will just talk with you. I will inform you of the area. I will add value. I will tell you how much I like it, because I genuinely do. My family loves it. We love living down here much more than living in New York, and I would love to help you see that as well, because when you're in the northern states and you're around your family and you've lived there all your life, it's hard to realize that you can move to a different area. But I'm living proof that you can do that with a family, or you're retiring, or you're just looking to get out and get to a different area. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Days, nights, weekends, I'll get back to you, and we can get the process started. And keep it real, yo.